What's up with it, Siccness.net? It's your boy Coop, man. Y'all know what time it is. It's interview time, man. This time I got a hard worker, man. I've been watching him, paying attention to his movement and things. He been really grinding on his independent hype. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the Siccness listeners, man.
Yeah, I'm Reece Loc.
Where you from, Reece Loc?
Man, I'm from Fresno, California.
How long you been doing this rap shit, man? I know like I said, I've been paying attention to you for a while, talking to you behind the scenes for a while. You got a lot of projects, but how long you been rapping officially and dropping projects and whatnot?
Officially rapping, I'd probably say about maybe 6, 7 years ago. Fucking around, playing around in the lab. As people start off. Fucking around, making little mixtapes here and there. Officially dropping projects probably 3 years ago. A lot of people remember that new Mobb era that came out. That was my first solo joint.
So the new Mobb era was your first official solo joint. What year was that?
That was 2012.
2012.
Yeah, about the end of 2011, beginning of 2012. Yeah.
So late in the game, when you've been rapping a while though, when you finally just said, "Man, fuck it, I'm gonna go full throttle with this." What turned the lights on?
What turned my lights on? Man, really money issues. You know what I mean? From coming up from Fresno, it's not really too many opportunities, and I've always had access to studios, and I've had my own little basic shit to record, but as far as putting it out there, a lot of people really don't really know how to do that kind of shit, so I had to be gamed up, and the people that's really doing it, lucky I got some close homies, who's doing it, and that kind of gamed me up on what to do, because they seen the talent, they seen the drive, the hard work I was putting in, just not even putting nothing out, but just, really playing with it. So, being gamed up and really about my business and, iTunes and, doing the physical shit, getting it in stores, that really takes some knowledge, man. You got to know somebody, It's like a secret society, Everybody can't get in.
See, I talked to you, like I reached out to you. I'm like, you hit me like, man, I need to get in these stores and stuff. But a lot of rappers be like, they get that, they go hit the studio, they get it pressed up, and they don't know what to do after that.
Yeah, that's a big issue with a lot of rappers, man.
Yeah, and I see you, man. But like you said, you from Fresno. I'm from Fresno.
Yeah.
And I'm in and out the city. You in and out the city. You've been doing this rap thing, but what I noticed with some cats that's being heard outside the city, they got connections outside their city.
Yeah.
Now I want to talk about this Kansas City thing.
Yeah, definitely.
When I dropped the community service, that's how I got my foot in the door. Fucking with a few Kansas City folks too. But I'm saying, how did you solidify your ties and whatnot, making that Fresno Kansas City connection?
Man, okay. Like I said, I dropped my first project called the New Mobb Era. So when I was working on that project, starting off, I had hooked up with he's a big dude from the Midwest, Kansas City. His name is Ron. And he locked up right now, free Ron. He'll be back on the bricks, man, here in a minute. But that's kind of basically my ties to Kansas City, and he's like the front man of Kansas City besides Tech Nine, So with him coming out here fucking with me, I just kind of met other people from Kansas City, and they just kind of, just loved the music, and, they seen the hard work I was doing, and basically the sound that I was doing, they just kind of attached to me, like, Reece Loc, he got slaps, not saying I produced them, but, just the kind of quality of music I like doing, I want to take that, I want to bring this era back that I feel, shit was lost, but I'll go into that later. But, just as far as Kansas City, man, Ron started it all. I started fucking with Ron, and he just introduced me to all this, Kansas City people, man, I've been working with through the years. So that's basically how that happened, man.
And I mean, you spoke on it because that's definitely one of my questions. You know, you said you've been rapping a while, but you finally 2, 3, 4 years you've been at it as far as physical and digital and things. Now, my question is, you said you want to hold on to that sound that was lost. So I'm asking, in today's era right now, with all of this music that's going on, I don't know what you want to label it,
Bubblegum shit.
as opposed to what you call it, the mobs, that mob sound. What would make you want to stay in tune to the old sound as opposed to hopping the fence and getting with the crowd, the new crowd that's going on?
Basically, I mean, I feel like a lot of regions lost their sound, period. I feel like everybody chasing the trend because maybe they see, oh, well, these people getting big doing that kind of sound, so let me do it. Maybe it's more money to it. But for me, it ain't really about a trend. I'm not going to follow a trend. Like, I got a sound, you know what I'm saying, from my background, the way I grew up and where I come from, like the sound that we had in Fresno, you know what I mean, Central California, Northern California, we had that mob type shit always rocking, you know. So, and it kind of left in the you see it kind of drifting away in the early 2000s, you know what I mean? And it kind of just went to rap, just went to kind of, you know what I mean? Like everybody had different kind of sound and shit, you know what I mean? And it's kind of coming back a little bit, but I mean, the roots that I got, you know, listening to music, man, you know, all them old legends in the game, and it's just stuck with me, and I'm sticking to the script, you know what I mean? A lot of people trying to follow trends, you know, with that trap shit, or they, you know what I mean, they doing that party dance shit, you know, like that DJ Mustard or YG type shit, you know what I mean? They make a lot of songs for females in the club, and they chasing that kind of trend. And, you know, coming from Fresno, man, I mean, shit, I'm just going to keep it real street, you know what I mean? Real life type shit, and, you know, and that's just pretty much what I think what the game is missing is that regional sound that everybody used to have, and they don't have it no more. So I'm just bringing it back, and it's not the old shit, but I'm just making it new and improved. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it.
What I know you got a core base of fans that rock with you, but for
Definitely.
those who say, the old niggas don't want to let the old sound go, what's your answer to that?
I mean, yeah, I be hearing that too, but then, I mean, a lot of people that I be talking to be wanting the like, you know, I wouldn't call them old, but, you know, the legends in the game, they want them to go back to the old sound how it used to be. You know what I mean?
So man, let's talk about these projects, man. You got so many of them. you dropping you dropping them like every 90 days on them, man. Before we can soak one in, you coming back with another one.
Every quarter, man, I'm trying to give them something dope, you know?
So I mean, right now, I mean, I know it's more, but I didn't count it officially on iTunes about 7 or 8.
Yeah.
It's more floating around mixtapes and things like that, man. You recently dropped International Scheme Presents Live What You Rap About.
Yeah, that was the big one for me.
Now you also did an EP, The Street Associate. That's another
Yeah,
one. But now you're working on this Live What You Rap About too.
yeah. Basically, you know, I was talking about the sound type thing. Like on these Live What You Rap About albums, I'm kind of, you know, I'm keeping it mild, but I'm going more to the sample type sound, you know, taking it back to the old school, but still bringing that new improved mob to it, you know what I mean? And basically, you know, the Street Associate that I dropped, that was more, I would say that was just something I was experimenting with some different sounds in that joint. But Live What You Rap About Volume 2 is a real follow-up to, you know, the International Scheme Presents, you know, Volume 1. And this album here, man, is like, you know what I'm saying, like probably the biggest album I'm probably going to release, you know, in my career to date. You know, it's got some real big features, man, and quality production is real A1 on that thing, man. And so that thing dropping this Friday, actually digitally, and man, you know, hopefully the fans been waiting for it. So you know, I'm gonna give them what they want. I've been working hard on it. I got some good production by some big cats, and you know that Going Dummy, you know, featuring Cricket, which Cricket produced that thing. So a lot of people been giving good feedback on that joint. So it's gonna be real big, man.
Who is some of the people you work with besides Cricket on it?
Let me see. International Scheme. You know, I work real closely with him on a daily basis. So that's like my brother from another mother. But he on there. I got Keyloom on there. Hollow Tip. Let me see. The boy P. Managed the Jeweler from Anchorage, Alaska. B-Town Mac, you know what I mean? He from Berkeley. A lot of people probably don't know who B-Town Mac is, but it's a, you know what I'm saying, a real live wire like myself, man, putting out some dope game shit. So, you know what I mean? I just be working with them hitters, man, you know?
Okay, and then you said this Friday it'll be out, man. Live What You Rap About, Reece Loc, via iTunes.
Yeah. This Friday in all digital sites, and hard copies will come 2 weeks after in the stores. You know, Rasputin's or, you know, Sacramento hit Dimples, or Kansas City, Seventh Heaven, and Colorado hit up the independent records, you know, and all over the state, you know, and a couple other places in between the country, you know what I mean?
Any last words for the listeners?
Last words. Shit, I appreciate y'all tuning in to my shit, man. I get a lot of good feedback on Siccness. You know what I mean? 90% good, 10% hate, you know, but it's all good. Shit, just tune in, you know what I mean? Man, it's going to get bigger, man. I got some group projects coming up with some big dudes, man, so look out for that. And, man, I'm just trying to work, stay humble, man, and keep it pushing, Coop. Yeah, this Reece Loc, and you are live on Siccness.net.